Coming to you from deep inside the bowels of a great big empty. Get ready for another episode of The Home Defense Show with Skip Coryell.
And that was Golden Glenn, the official announcer of the Home Defense Show, and I'm your host, Skip Coryell, author of 22 books, Marine Corps veteran, founder of the Second Amendment March, proud father of 7, grandfather to 20 and counting, and as a special bonus, I'm also madly in love with my own wife. My priorities in life are God, family, and country in that order, and I hereby promise to never compromise in my convictions. I may go broke, but I'll never go woke. And joining me today is my faithful co-host, my adoring, loving wife, Sara Coryell. Sara, you make me smile today.
I did, huh?
Yes, you do. You make me smile every day.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
We have a pretty good life.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
I mean, here we're you read the news and it's like the whole world's going to hell in a handbasket all around us. And we're in a room surrounded with, canned goods, fruits, vegetables. We just have good food. We have a warm house. And, when I wake up in the morning, I lay there in bed and I pray for a little bit. But one of the things I thank God for is I have a warm bed. I have a warm house. I have a warm wife, a warm family, and we pay our bills. And it's like, I just feel really good to be alive.
Well, that is a great positive start to your day.
Yeah,
So-
you look a little peaked today. What's going on?
Oh, actually, I'm doing better at my back and I've been feeling my age the last couple of days.
Feeling your age?
Yes, the last couple of days, my knee and my back have been
Yeah.
giving me all kinds of fits. And today I can walk almost normally.
Well, have you ever heard that saying, you're only as old as you feel?
Well, then I got younger today.
You got younger today?
Right.
How old did you feel yesterday?
About 80.
Yeah. I have days like that.
Yeah.
I mean, some days you just wake up.
Up straight without like
Well,
it was so painful.
the thing is, there's like 19 years difference between you and I. I won't tell people who's older. But it's like one of the things that you and I talk about more often as we get older is our health and how we feel.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's true.
Oh, well, at 20 years old, you're talking about, the next soccer game or going out to play golf or all these active, fun things, right? Now it's like, oh yeah, I woke up this morning. I couldn't get up. I had to stretch and put on, the healing tissue salve and all of that
I'm
stuff.
just grateful for the salve.
Well, if you live long enough, these things are going to happen, right?
I guess so.
This is the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's okay. It was just kind of rough the last couple days. I was really glad to
Yeah,
wake up this
well.
morning and go, hey, I can almost move like a normal person.
You do a good job recording the show today, and I will give you a back rub that will make you feel 22 years old again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't break anything.
Oh, on me or on you?
Either one.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, enough crying about our
Aches and
our
pains.
aging bodies, aches and pains. What's on the show today, Sara?
Today we are talking to Mike Willis, the National Training Director for the U.S. Deputy Sheriff's Association, about law enforcement and their training against vehicular attacks.
Yeah.
Who knew that was going to happen?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right. This guy's sharp too. This guy's really sharp. He's been in law enforcement for like over 3 decades.
well, but this is still a new thing, isn't it? I should hope.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Then in shootingclasses.com self-defense report with Marty Barton, we'll talk about a Good Samaritan being carjacked in Florida.
Yep, carjacked in Florida, and this one is a crazy one. It's just, I won't spoil it for you, but the guy that did this carjacking, he was nuts. And he did some crazy things, so you're going to enjoy that in segment 3.
Excellent.
But before we get too far into the show, let's thank our sponsors, United States Concealed Carry Association, shootingclasses.com, Centershot Indoor Gun Range, and Trinity Training and Security. All right, Sara, moving on to the news. You never know what's going to happen in the news these days, do you?
That's true. I pretty much busy myself in the house. I don't pay too much attention to the news.
Oh, well, what's on the news today?
Me. All right, so what do we got today? President Donald Trump warned Thursday that he would invoke the Insurrection Act if people in Minnesota don't obey the law and continue attacking federal agents there.
All right, now I'm going to stop you here.
Okay.
Most people don't know what the Insurrection Act is, or they just have like a vague idea, or they just believe whatever the media tells them about the Insurrection Act.
Okay, would you like to explain about the Insurrection Act?
All right, the Insurrection Act of 1807, or just the Insurrection Act, is the U.S. federal law that empowers the President of the United States to nationally deploy the U.S. military and to federalize the National Guard units of the individual states in specific circumstances, such as the suppression of civil disorder, of insurrection, and of armed rebellion against the federal government. The Insurrection Act provides a statutory exception to the Posse Comitatis Act. And basically, the Posse Comitatis Act, that's the act that says you can't use the United States military against its own citizens here on U.S. soil.
Okay.
That limits the president's deploying the U.S. military to enforce either civil law or criminal law within the United States. All right, the purpose and the content of the Insurrection Act, it can be used when requested by a state's legislature or governor. So if, Tim Walz from Minnesota said, "Hey, Don, can you give us some help over here?" Then he could do that. But he's not doing that.
Right. He's part of the problem in this case.
Or to address an insurrection in any state which renders impracticable the enforcement of the law, which is kind of what ICE is trying to do. They're trying to
Right.
enforce the law. And to address an insurrection, domestic violence, unlawful combination, or conspiracy in any state which results in the deprivation of constitutionally secured rights, and where the state is unable, fails, or refuses to protect said rights. I think those last two bulletin items,
Really apply in the case.
really apply here. But what's the news article say, Sarah?
If the corrupt politicians of Minnesota don't obey the law and stop the professional agitators and insurrectionists from attacking the patriots of ICE, who are only trying to do their job, I will institute the Insurrection Act, which many presidents have done before me, and quickly put an end to the travesty that is taking place in that once great state, Trump wrote on Truth Social. The president's warning comes after a second ICE-involved shooting in Minneapolis in recent days. An ICE agent shot an alleged illegal immigrant in the leg on Wednesday during an arrest attempt.
It's always interesting the way these journalists word these things. An alleged illegal immigrant. Either he's legally here or he's not legally here. That's pretty cut and dried. If you don't have a piece of paper that the government gave you that says you can legally be here, you're not legally here.
So either they're just being difficult, or they didn't do due diligence and figure out
and didn't check or
if the guy had his papers or not, because that should be straightforward. But we don't know. Maybe that's
well, they always use that word alleged. I mean, a guy can, walk into a restaurant, be videotaped, and then kill 20 people, and then the cops look at the videotape and it's obvious what happened. The media will still say, "Oh, he allegedly murdered 25 people."
Yeah, we kind of watched him do it, but
Yeah.
An ICE agent shot an alleged illegal immigrant in the leg on Wednesday during an arrest attempt. The Department of Homeland Security claims the agent fired at the suspect because he was fearing for his life and safety after the individual resisted arrest and violently assaulted the officer. The Insurrection Act, an 1807 law, has not been invoked since the 1992 Los Angeles riots.
So Sarah, what that says is there's precedent for invoking the Insurrection Act during a riot.
Yes.
And that's what happened back in 1992. The LA riots was a pretty big thing, and boy, I've studied that, and we're seeing this thing happen in Minnesota. There's a lot of real similarities. And
Was the government in California inciting the rioters, or were they asking for help?
No, and it's worse now because now the governor and the mayor of Minneapolis, they're inciting riots.
The order allows the president to deploy the military to suppress rebellions and enforce federal laws. If invoked, it would grant Trump the authority to federalize the National Guard and deploy active duty forces to restore order. It would temporarily override the Posse Comitatis Act, which normally restricts the use of military for domestic law enforcement. In Minnesota, ICE has arrested rapists, drug traffickers, domestic abusers, and more, despite Democrat opposition. The Trump administration will protect the American people and enforce the law without apology. The only statement Tim Walz should be making is an apology. He has repeatedly compared ICE officers to Nazis and lied about their important work, including in his speech just last night, Jackson also said. The suspect in Wednesday's shooting was reported to be in stable condition and is now in custody, while the ICE agent is allegedly in the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, I think part of the backstory on that second, they call it an ICE attack. It's not an ICE attack. It was an attack by these protesters. I mean, I believe there were 6 protesters that came after this one guy. One of them had a shovel and attacked the ICE agent with a shovel. That is a deadly weapon.
In the hands of somebody with muscles. Yeah.
Well, anytime you have multiple people coming at you, one has a deadly weapon that can cause death or serious bodily injury. That meets the standard for use of deadly force anywhere in the United States. So, I just don't understand these people. The one thing that the conclusion that I have to draw from people like Tim Walz and basically the far left is that they want to burn down the United States. They want to destroy the system. And I think it's simply because they can't have their way. And it's like, if I can't control America, then we're just going to burn the place down and we'll start over again.
Maybe they think they can take control if it gets chaotic enough. People will be desperate.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got done reading about Hitler in Hitler's rise to power in our homeschool history lesson today.
And that's how he did it, isn't it?
Actually, yeah, he caused the fire in the Reichstag that made the Germans, that was like the final straw to destabilize things. And then it would appear he killed the president. He killed the president, and then just became the president. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's like he created his own destabilized situation so he could assume power.
Well, he created a destabilizing. Basically, he created anarchy and then blamed the Jews for it. And then he had his goat, and so he rallied the people behind him against the Jewish people. And boy, it's kind of scary because there's a lot of anti-Semitism in not just America but the whole world right now.
I still don't understand why.
Yeah. I don't understand it either, but it's like if someone is sticking a gun in your face and saying, "I'm going to kill you," you're not asking, "Gosh, I wonder why he's doing that."
No, you have to just.
You're asking, how do I survive for 10 more seconds, right?
Yeah, it's.
And so, cool. Hey, me personally, I'm behind Donald Trump on this. I would like him to invoke the Insurrection Act, because the only thing these people understand is more power. And if he stops them, then they'll back off, say, okay, we need to regroup, find another way to take over the country. But I know, it's
find something better to do with your time, people. There are other things you can do with your time.
Yeah, there certainly is. But
try creating. It's much harder.
Let's before blood starts shooting out Sarah's eyeballs, let's move to something positive.
Okay.
Who's our hero of the week?
Our hero of the week is John Brittingham. A quick-thinking Florida driver stopped and ran into a street to save 2 toddlers who had wandered into the middle of a busy roadway on Sunday. John Brittingham said he was driving southbound on A1A in Brevard County when he spotted 2 young girls standing in the middle of the busy roadway. He immediately stopped his vehicle and ran into the road to grab the children. Video shows Brittingham sprinting toward the children as he holds up one hand to signal oncoming traffic to stop. I was terrified, thinking of what could have happened to them. The rest of my life would have been ruined, Brittingham told WESH-TV. One child was already in the middle of the street by the time he reached them. He said he grabbed both girls and got them off the road in about 6 seconds. Brittingham said the girls appeared to be about 2 years old or younger and were unable to speak clearly, only pointing and saying, "Oh." After pulling the toddlers to safety, Brittingham searched nearby homes and eventually located an Airbnb property. He said no one answered when he knocked, so he walked around the house calling out. He later noticed a back gate was open. Inside, he found an elderly couple and a young woman who appeared unaware the children had wandered off. There was an elderly couple and a young girl, and they immediately went on to, like, oh, we're so sorry, Brittingham said. And I was like, yeah, I know. I'm just glad I could get them back to you. They were out in the road, and your gate was open.
Yeah. What are your initial thoughts on that, Sarah?
Well, we did have a child wander off across the street on us one time, so
Yeah. Well, it happens.
the shock of it
It
is
does happen.
tempered by having experienced that.
Well, it does happen, but, in a city, it's more important that not happen. I mean, we live out in the country.
That was a dirt road that he wandered across.
Yeah. And we found him across the road at the neighbor's
The
house.
neighbors brought him back, I think.
Yeah. But it does happen, and maybe these parents, the caregivers, maybe it was just a fluke, or maybe they're just bad caregivers. But regardless, one thing they need to do is put a lock on that gate.
Proper latch.
Yeah.
Sort of good latch.
Yeah, put a lock on that gate. I remember when Cedar did it. He's 19 years old now, right? What did he do? He had to push he went out the back door, but there was a wall so that he couldn't get up into the yard, right?
Mm-hmm.
He took a chair out, outside, and push the chair up against the wall so that he could climb up and get over the wall and then go across the road.
Yep.
Oh boy. Raising kids is challenging, and it's emotional. Because I remember being scared to death. Oh my gosh. Because the first thought is he's been stolen. He's been kidnapped.
Right.
But
it seemed like it took a while to find him too. It wasn't like, because just calling didn't work.
yeah.
Anyways, but it's a miracle. God was watching over those little kids, and thank you to
John Brittingham.
John Brittingham.
Good job from Florida. Boy, all's well that ends well. Boy, those 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
I watched the video, and this was a really busy, like a 4-lane road. It was really busy.
Can you imagine just running out there in the middle of the street? Like he's holding his hand up to stop the traffic? I mean,
well, that's what made him a hero, right?
Yeah, that was really, really
Put
great.
his life in jeopardy to save these 2 kids.
Yep.
And hey, it's the thing that all of us should be willing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. But
So
that was
fantastic.
It was great. Good job.
John Brittingham,
Really good job.
you are the Home Defense Show Hero of the Week. All right, Sarah, what is coming up next?
Next, we are talking with Mike Willis, the National Training Director for the U.S. Deputy Sheriff's Association, about law enforcement and their training against vehicular attacks. Then, in the shootingclasses.com self-defense report, we'll be talking with Marty Martin about a Good Samaritan being carjacked in Florida.
Yeah, and that's a crazy one, too. All right, one thing I wanted to mention is one thing that we've done here is our show was getting really long, like an hour and a half long with our 3 segments. We're going to try breaking the segments or the show into the 3 segments, publishing 3 instead of 1 every week. So because people they don't want to listen to an hour and a half long show, or they don't have time for it. So now you'll be listening to 3 20-minute shows instead of a 1-hour show. And I think that'll be helpful for people. If you have a different opinion on that, you just let me know. You shoot me out an email, skipcordial@hotmail.com. All right. Well, folks, in the meantime, God bless and stay safe, because we will be right back.
Firearms training should be easy. Instructors can focus on teaching and not worry about all the complex paperwork and management behind the scenes. Just pull the trigger and let us do the administrative work. Welcome to shootingclasses.com.
At Center Shot Gun Range, we are passionate about training. Don't know where to start? We offer a 1-hour new shooter seminar to introduce you to the world of firearms and help you find training opportunities specific to you. Concealed carry, home defense, firearm safety, AR-15, private one-on-one training, custom training, or maybe you're on a security team looking to protect your church or business. We even offer weekday morning and evening classes. Center Shot Gun Range has you covered. Start your journey at centershotgunrange.com.
Firearms training should be easy. Instructors can focus on teaching and not worry about all the complex paperwork and management behind the scenes. Just pull the trigger and let us do the administrative work. Welcome to shootingclasses.com.
Attention business owners. Are you leaving your website open to security issues and hacking due to a lack of maintenance or overseas outsourcing? Don't let that happen to your business. Choose experienced U.S.-based website developers that can customize your website to fit your specific needs. Appletree MediaWorks has been growing businesses online since 2009. With over 80 years of combined experience, their team conducts constant research and development to keep up with ever-changing online threats. Your website deserves the best protection available. Call Appletree MediaWorks today at 877-977-1364 to keep your website secure and grow your business online. Or visit appletree.media.
Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If this sounds good to you, you sound good to me. And I'd like to help you do those things. Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If you're looking for more excitement in your life, we have nothing to offer you. But if you are a thoughtful, responsible, nonviolent man or woman, we'd love to teach you what to do if something crazy happens. More importantly, we'd like to teach you what not to do. We currently have over 500,000 members. They are doctors and single moms and firemen and grandmothers and veterans and Democrats and Republicans and members of every faith. But the one thing they all have in common is that they know exactly what to do if something crazy happens. When you're with one of our members, you are safe. Our members know how to de-escalate situations. They know how to calm things down. We are the United States Concealed Carry Association. See what we're all about at usconcealedcarry.com.
Discover the little-known backstory of the U.S. Concealed Carry Association at usconcealedcarry.com.
In today's world, safety and preparedness are more important than ever. At Trinity Training and Security, we offer comprehensive training for your peace of mind. Whether you're obtaining your concealed pistol license, mastering CPR and first aid, or engaging in scenario-based training, we've got you covered. We look forward to working with you in one of our classes or bringing the class to your church, school, or business. Need security for an event? Protecting your assets? Our team provides private security, close protection, media crew escorts, high security terminations, and more. Always with discretion and professionalism. With Trinity, safety is more than a service. It's a commitment.